tip number 355 plus for catching carp, the easy way. It involves a dead simple bait, really easy, trout pellets. We all know about trout pellets, but what I'm going to do is, instead of using them hard, putting them on as a hair rig, drilling them out, all that hassle, I'm not going to use them hard. About 30 years ago I used to use them soft as a paste bait. Now paste bait seems to have gone out of fashion a bit in the last few years, well the last 20 years, but I'm going to scald these and I'm going to show you how, using a kettle of boiling water, washing up a bowl full of bait, how you get plenty of bait for throwing in for your hook baits, your loose samples, and also the ground bait as well. This is how it's done. Okay, this is how simple it is. Here we are. Here's your trout pellets. Regular ones, you just get them from, you know, any of the fishing tackle shops. If you want the cheapest way of getting them, go to a trout farm and then buy them in a sack. I don't know, 25 kilo sack, something like that, and you've got them in bulk, because you can either use these as loose feed, or I personally like to roll them up as a paste bait. Now I'm going to scald these for not more than 30 seconds, and then I'm going to drain it off. I've actually got the watch here. I'm going to time it. I'm going to put it in here in the bowl. I'm going to cover them over. 30 seconds are going in now. Make sure they're all covered. You've got to make sure they're all covered. That's 10 seconds already. Now that's in there, that's covered, that's steaming. Okay, we're coming up for 20 seconds. If you do it too much, they go to mush. If you don't do it long enough, well, you know, you're just making life hard when you come to squash them up. I'm on 25 seconds. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to strain this water off. There we go now. Just drain it all off. Do not waste this water. This is like gold dust, this stuff, and I'll show you what we're going to do with it in a minute. So I'm straining off all the water. Obviously I won't be able to mush up these pellets yet. Now they're already starting to stick together. That's drained off. Lovely jubbly. It absolutely stinks, as you can see. It's just going gluey now. And then what I'm going to do, I just happen to use this 1853 Riot Police control truncheon for crowd control, I imagine. General truncheon, and I'm just going to mash them all up like this. And you can see them starting to break up. Sometimes it's best, you can't do it with your fingers because you're going to burn your fingers. You know, they're ouch, they're absolutely red hot. So just keep pounding away with them. 30-40 seconds is normally enough, and let that soak, because you can always add cold to it. Now when I put those away, there's that gunky juicy stuff in there. That is the stuff you do not want to waste. That's got all the smell off it as well. And into that I'm going to soak up some bran, because this is going to be a ground bait feed, and this bran's going to soak all that smell up. Beautiful. And then wait for this, good old-fashioned white bread. So dead simple. Get it in there, watch your fingers. You can use something to mash it up. You don't actually have to do this when it's hot. In fairness, you can wait till the water's gone cold, but I like to get it all done, prepared earlier. See, it goes like putty, but what you can do is add a little bit of bran to it. Not much, just like that. Just work it in there, and that'll also give it a bit of body, bit of consistency, and it'll make it easier to work for you. Otherwise it just sticks to your hands. But listen, don't waste any water on your hands when you get it all like this. You know, you get hands get gunky. Now look, that's even better. Now it's getting what I call serious paste bait. I used to use this stuff 30 years ago, can you believe? Caught a lot of tench on it, but paste bait seem to have gone out of fashion a bit, and I don't know why, but there's a lot of you guys out there I know from previous films that I've done that like to sort of getting back to basic stuff. Do you want a small piece? Just roll it. There's your small piece. Big bait. There we go, big bait. Got a big bait there. Soft trout pellet paste bait. It's brilliant stuff. Now listen, if you're going to go to sleep in a bed chair, turn the television on, put the headset on, forget it. This is soft. You're going to have to actually fish properly and strike the hook when you get a take from this. You'll be no falling asleep and, you know, waiting for a self hooker here. This is a strike the fish, stay awake and fish properly business. Push the hook in, mould it. You can mould it whatever shape you want. One squeeze, it's a long bait. Just roll it, circular bait, square bait, you name it, it's there. If you want to cast longer, you have to get some of these, and guaranteed you won't find this in the tackle shop. It's just regular grass stem. So you just get yourself some grass stem, snap off a little bit there. As you see, I'm going to put it through again so you see, get the shape you want, push it right through, out the other side. Then, in that bend of the hook, just put the grass in there and just pull that just gently into it. But the tip I do is bury it. Now, that will cast probably 30-40 yards or more, especially if you make it in a sort of bomb shape like this, as I'm doing there now. Now you can, well, you can't see the grass in there, you just use a stiffer piece of grass if you want to cast farther. Now, the main tip I found from 30 years ago is I get a little pinch here and I roll it up the line. I just do this for about 6 inches. You might just be able to see it leaves a residue of trout pellet paste just up the line here. So when the carp comes along and picks that up with his barbels and stuff, he feels around here and he doesn't necessarily spook on feeling the line and spit the bait out. He feels confident. The line actually tastes of bait. That's what I'm trying to get through to you. It actually, you can do it up to about here if you want, so that smells like that. That's the tip there. But another one is when you're fishing in close is to get your line to sink as soon as you can, because I'm only using like 5-6 pound line for average size carp up into the low doubles, that sort of size. When your line to sink, and I use washing up liquid. Now what I've done is I've made up a little mix here of washing up liquid in a little old film capsule, and if you get that and just sort of shake it over the spool, just there, just enough there, you can see it change the colour of the line. And then I dip my finger in and you can run all the way up and down the line, degreasing it like this. You'll find as soon as you cast in, that line will sink and go straight to the bottom. Again, it's not a big fish, but you can, well, you'll have to take my word for it, but I haven't seen a fish caught up in here. Hour and a half, 2 hours. Calm down, buddy. There you go. I guess there must be 10 bivvies around here at least. Not one fish. Here, trout pellet paste. It's working. Need I say more? There he is. That's a nice fish. So, get yourself some trout pellets, mash them into a paste, and you're going to get fish like this. Possibly all day long, and certainly looks like he's out fishing other people as well. Good luck with it.